welcome back to my channel. Today is a Wednesday, which means it's a Walt Disney Wednesday, and today I'm sharing with you guys another Ansia Sound Art Canvas idea. What is an Ansia Sound Art Canvas? Do you not know? Well, let me tell you.
Hi, I'm Ariel from Happily Ever Before, our new channel we're starting, and this is my Ansia Sound Art Canvas, and you could get one too. You can put photographs on it, or you can DIY it. But the coolest thing about it, drum roll please, it plays music!
That's what an Ansia Sound Art Canvas is. Today I am going to be sharing with you guys a fun tutorial. You don't have to use an Ansia canvas to do this. You can do this on a regular canvas, but to make it all the more fun or give it as an awesome gift, try to do it on an Ansia canvas because that's going to make your gift way cooler, because who doesn't want that? Okay, so we're going to be using today we're going to be using fabric, and we are also going to be using heat and bond. We are using some iron-on, but I'm using some ridiculously cute fabrics that I fell in love with, and it's kind of a subtle Mickey, if you can tell. It's kind of one of those projects where you're like, is that Mickey Mouse? I think it's Mickey Mouse. It is Mickey Mouse. Okay, so let's get going, and yeah, that's it. Let's go. Of the cartridge shapes, which is a Mickey. And I'm gonna go ahead and search Mickey in here in Cricut Access, and the Mickey that I'm using is from the cartridge right here. It's from Mickey and Friends Love at First Sight, and that is a cartridge that you'd have to purchase. It's not included in Access, but I love Mickey so much that I have this cartridge. So let's just insert him so I can show you what I did, because I want him to be one color. Basically what I did was I went in and turned his shorts white, and I got rid of his background, and then I'm just going to go ahead and use his heart, but I'm going to turn that white as well. Let's see, how did I do this? So then I went in and made it so that I could not see certain pieces of him, and turned him into basically just a silhouette. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use just his silhouette for this. This is really cute, but for this project I don't want to go that detailed, so I'm just going to use his silhouette, and then I'm going to cut his heart, the heart, out of a different color, probably a glitter iron-on. So I'm going to go to Make It, and I'm going to work on this one first because that's where I have my fabric. I'm going to flip him backwards just because my fabric is a little frayed on this side, so I want to have more clean lines on this side, and I didn't want his tail to be ripped off at all. So I'm going to go ahead and work on Mickey first, and I'm going to click continue, and the fabric that I'm going to use, or the custom material that I'm going to use, is bonded fabric. So once this connects to my Explore Air, I'm gonna find the material bonded fabric over here, and then I'm gonna click go. So for some reason my Bluetooth isn't working right this second, and it's taking forever, so I'm gonna go figure that out, and then we will finish this tutorial. Alright, now that we figured that out, I got my fabric ready, and I'm just going to use heat and bond to secure them. Now, since we're using the Explore 2, this is how I usually cut fabric. If you don't want to use heat and bond and you just want to cut these pieces out, check out the new maker, because the rotary blade is amazing. So I'm going to cover this fabric, the canvas, with fabric, and then I'm going to cut out piece of fabric that's the same size as the canvas, so that I'm good to know how big I need my Mickey to be. So then I'm going to cut out a piece of heat and bond the same size of each piece of my fabric that I'm going to be using to iron on, and then I'm going to iron that onto my fabric before I do any cutting. So you put the shiny side down and you stick it onto the fabric, and then you just heat it up until you feel that it's stuck on there. Let it cool down, and then peel off the paper. So once you peel off the paper, you'll notice that it's really shiny, and that's the side that you want to stick down to your mat, because that will help it hold. Now, once again, this is with the Cricut Explore, so that's why we do this. If not, we could use the maker and it will cut it without any bondage. But you're gonna set your dial to bonded fabric, and then you're gonna let it go and do its thing. So I'm cutting out the Mickey and I'm cutting out the heart in 2 different types of fabric so that I've got a cute little layered iron-on. So I cut him out of this blue floral fabric that I'm just in love with. I got it at Joann's. And it kind of looks like the fabric, the Mickey fabric that we used for the t-shirt. This is basically the same tutorial, except it's on canvas. So then before I put it on my canvas, I'm going to put it onto the fabric that I'm going to use to wrap around the canvas. That way I don't damage my Onsia canvas, or it also gives it more of a solid bond instead of ironing onto the canvas, because it's kind of hard to get a even press. And I'd also use the easy press if I had one for this, but I'm still waiting on that thing, and I'll show you guys how you could use that. This would be a great thing to use it on. So then I'm actually using glitter iron-on for the heart, and I just cut that out like you would any regular iron-on. Instead of fabric, you could use fabric and heat and bond if you wanted. And then I'm just gonna position it over my canvas exactly where I want it. And then I'm going to give it just a little hot glue on the top and bottom so it doesn't lose its position. You can do it on the right and the left as well. Then I'm just gonna flip it over and I'm gonna hot glue the fabric down. I'm using a regular canvas for this just to show you guys, because I didn't want to do this on an Onsia canvas for my first time, because I didn't want to waste my Onsia canvas. You guys do get 30% off of the canvases. I know they're kind of pricey, but think about them for the holidays because they're amazing gifts to give or to DIY. You can also order your own fabric or your own photos on them as well. So check those out. Make sure to go to onsia.com. All right, love you guys. Bye.